You're about to cut $240 to $450 out of your annual car maintenance bill, without skipping a single oil change your engine actually needs. That number isn't an estimate. It's what you've been overpaying because of a maintenance rule engineered in a decade, when your car didn't exist. This isn't forum theory. The oil life monitoring system, the computer already built into your dashboard, has been calculating your real oil change intervals since 1988. GM Research Laboratories developed it. The Quick-Lube shop 3 blocks from your house has never once mentioned it. 2 steps. Your owner's manual and the monitor, already in your car? That's it. Every month, you follow that windshield sticker. You're handing over $60 to $90 for a service your engine doesn't need yet. 2 to 3 times a year. Year after year. If you've ever pulled in for an oil change because the sticker said 3,000 miles, not because your car told you anything was wrong, this video was built for you. What is the actual method? You'll have it by the end. But first, you need to understand why the rule exists. Because the answer isn't ignorance, it's architecture. Asterisk, the 3,000-mile rule has a birthday. It was born in the 1970s. 10W40 conventional oil. Loose manufacturing tolerances, no onboard computer tracking anything about how you drove. That was the world the rule was built for in the 1980s. The industry shifted to 5W30, tolerances tightened. Synthetic oil entered the consumer market. Engine metallurgy improved so dramatically that the oil degradation timeline changed completely. The rule did not change. Not because engineers forgot. By 1988, they had enough data to build a real-time monitoring system calculating your specific oil life. It's based on your specific driving conditions. They built it. It worked. It went into production vehicles, and the 3,000-mile sticker kept going on windshields. Anyway, the average American driver performs 4 to 5 oil changes per year following the Quick-Lube interval. Following manufacturer guidance, that drops to 2 at $75 per service. That's $150 to $225 per year you're not spending. $1,500 to $2,250. Over 10 years of ownership, the problem isn't that the rule is outdated. The problem is that it's been kept alive by the one group that profits directly from it. And we'll name that group right now, asterisk. The Quick-Lube industry generates an estimated $5.4 billion annually in the United States. That number has one dependency: how often you come back. Not whether your engine needs service. How often you return to the bay. Every Quick-Lube operation has no revenue when your car isn't in the bay. Its entire business model is built on visit frequency. Every additional oil change it persuades you to perform is a direct addition to gross revenue. The interval isn't a safety standard. It's a return visit schedule. Many of the largest chains are vertically integrated. The same corporate parent operating the service bay also manufactures the oil sold at the counter. The shop recommends the interval. The interval drives the volume. The volume moves the product. Profit collected twice. Once on labor, once on oil. 3 numbers expose the system. Quick-Lube chains recommend 3,000 miles. Vehicle manufacturers recommend 5,000 to 7,500 miles. Synthetic oil manufacturers recommend 10,000 miles under normal conditions. 3 groups. 3 numbers. One collects a service fee every time you follow their recommendation. The other 2 don't. The rule was never calibrated to your engine. It was calibrated to a revenue cycle. And what the engineers who actually built your car had to say about it, that's what makes this impossible to dismiss. Asterisk, in 1988. GM Research Laboratories finished development on the oil life monitoring system. The engineers weren't guessing at an interval. They were measuring one. The system tracks engine temperature cycles, cold starts, accumulated RPM under load, and operating conditions, calculating in real time how much protective capacity your oil still has. When that capacity drops to the threshold set by wear testing, the monitor tells you, not before, not on a calendar. When your specific oil in your specific engine, under your specific driving pattern, is actually due, that system has been in production vehicles for 37 years. The contrast is exact. The OM calculates your real interval. The sticker assumes your worst case: short trips, extreme temperatures. A 1978 engine, and applies it universally to every driver, every car, every climate. If you drive mostly highway miles in a 2015 engine running synthetic oil, your real interval is nowhere near 3,000 miles. Your monitor knows that. The sticker doesn't. For pre-2000 vehicles without an OLM, The answer is already in your glove box. Your owner's manual lists the manufacturer's engineered interval, not a worst-case estimate. With synthetic oil, most of those engines spec between 5,000 and 7,500 miles. The manual confirms it. The shop never mentions the manual. Asterisk, you now know the conflict of interest is structural. You know the OLM has existed for nearly 4 decades. You know the manufacturer's number and the Quick-Lube number are not the same number. What you don't have yet is the exact process which path applies to your car, and how to follow it so you never overpay again. That's next. But this channel covers exactly this gap between what the industry tells you and what the engineering actually says. If you don't want to miss the next one, hit subscribe now and turn on the notification bell. The method is 60 seconds away. Asterisk, 2 paths. Which one applies depends on when your car was built. Path 1, 2000 or later. Stop looking at the windshield sticker. Go to your instrument cluster. Trip computer controls on your steering wheel or the info button near your gauges. Find oil life, oil remaining, or oil life monitor. It shows a percentage. The remaining protective capacity of your current oil is calculated from your actual driving data. At 15% to 20%, schedule a change. At 0% or a wrench icon, change it immediately. That's your interval. Not send 10 miles. Whatever that monitor tells you, switch to full synthetic if you haven't. Synthetic holds its protective properties longer. Your OLM accounts for oil type. Synthetic means longer intervals, fewer returns, lower annual cost. Path 2, pre-2000 or no ALM. Open your glove box. Pull the owner's manual. Find the scheduled maintenance section. Locate the oil change entry and read both columns, normal and severe driving intervals. Severe means mostly short trips under 5 miles, extreme temperatures, or heavy towing. If that's not your routine, you're in the normal column. Normal interval for most pre-2000. Vehicles with synthetic oil, 5,000 to 7,500 miles. In the manual, written by the engineers who designed the engine. The Quick-Lube interval is not in the manual because the manual was written by people with no financial interest in how often you return. Follow the manual. Use synthetic. Track mileage in your phone. That's it. Asterisk. You've been spending $240 to $450 a year on oil changes your engine wasn't asking for because a rule built for 1970s. Technology was never updated for the car you're actually driving. The mechanism is structural. The industry that sells the service profits directly from the interval it recommends. The interval your manufacturer engineered and the one your dashboard calculates in real time is not the same number. It never was. Now you know the difference. If you know someone's still going by the sticker, send this to them. One share is worth $300 a year in their pocket. Coming up next, the check engine light. Dealerships charge $150 to read a diagnostic code any $20 scanner pulls in 30 seconds. That part you may have suspected. But there are 2 specific codes that service advisors handle in a very particular way when they appear. And those 2 codes are the reason the light stays on in more cars than it should. What are they? That's the next video. And once you know, you will never hand over $150 for a code red again.